Imagine a substance so durable it can sit in a dark, sealed tomb for 3,000 years and still be perfectly edible when uncovered. Archaeologists found exactly that in the pyramids of ancient Egypt, where jars of honey, buried alongside pharaohs, were preserved perfectly by the relentless march of time. Throughout human history, honey has been revered not just as a simple sweetener, but as a divine gift from the heavens, a reliable form of currency, and a universal medicine. Long before the invention of modern pharmacies or mass-produced sugar, the golden elixir of the beehive was humanity's ultimate resource. Today, we are stepping into an extraordinary world to explore a real-life miracle happening right in our backyards, diving deep into the golden world of honey to understand how it is created through nature's most precise alchemy, the incredible science behind its healing powers, and the hidden dangers that come with its misuse. The creation of a single jar of honey is one of the most complex engineering feats in the natural world, and it begins with the foraging bees who fly miles from their hive to collect nectar from flowering plants. Nectar, however, is not honey, as it consists mostly of water and complex sugars. A bee sucks this nectar into its honey stomach, which is a specialized organ completely separate from its main digestive tract. Inside this honey stomach, the transformation begins as the bee adds unique enzymes, specifically invertase, which starts breaking down the complex sucrose into simple sugars like glucose and fructose. When the forager returns to the hive, it regurgitates the modified nectar directly into the mouth of a processor bee, and this process is repeated down a chain of bees, further enriching the liquid with vital enzymes. But the mixture is still far too watery to keep from spoiling, so to fix this, the bees spread the liquid across the wax cells of the honeycomb and fan their wings at an incredible speed. This collective fanning creates a constant breeze through the hive, evaporating the water until the moisture content drops below 18%. Once the liquid reaches this perfect, thick consistency, the bees seal the cell with an airtight cap of fresh beeswax, and this lock ensures the honey is immune to bacteria and fungi, preserving it indefinitely for the hive's winter survival. This process requires a staggering scale of labor, because to make just 1 single pound of honey, a colony of bees must visit roughly 2 million flowers and fly a combined distance of over 88,000 kilometers, which is the equivalent of circling the globe more than 2 times. An individual worker bee will only produce about 1/12 of a teaspoon of honey in her entire lifetime, making every drop a precious commodity. Honey is also the only food created by insects that is consumed by humans, and it requires absolutely no processing, preservatives, or artificial additives to remain fresh. Its natural crystallization is not a sign of spoilage, but a proof of purity, and if your honey hardens over time, you simply need to place the jar in a bowl of warm water to return it to its liquid state. Beyond its delicious taste, honey is a bioactive medical powerhouse, and modern science is finally understanding why traditional medicine used it for centuries to treat wounds and soothe persistent coughs. The secret to honey's medical power lies in its unique chemical composition, because its incredibly low moisture content and high acidity create an environment where bacteria simply cannot survive. When honey comes into contact with fluid from an open wound, an enzyme called glucose oxidase reacts to produce small, steady amounts of hydrogen peroxide, which acts as a natural, gentle disinfectant that clears away infections without damaging healthy tissue. Furthermore, certain types of honey possess specialized healing compounds, such as manuka honey, which is harvested from the nectar of the tea tree bush in New Zealand. Manuka honey contains high levels of dietary methylglyoxal, and this specific compound gives it potent antibacterial properties capable of fighting even drug-resistant superbugs like MRSA. Clinical studies have also proven that a single spoonful of high-quality raw honey is more effective at suppressing nighttime coughs in children than many over-the-counter cough syrups. Packed with polyphenols and flavonoids, honey acts as a powerful antioxidant, reducing inflammation throughout the body, supporting gut health by feeding beneficial bacteria, and protecting human cells from dangerous oxidative stress. However, the incredible power of honey is a double-edged sword, and it carries significant negative consequences if consumed blindly or excessively. Because honey is highly concentrated in simple sugars, specifically fructose and glucose, it can cause rapid spikes in blood sugar levels, making it a potential hazard for individuals managing type 2 diabetes or insulin resistance. Regular overconsumption can also lead to weight gain and metabolic strain, as the body processes the heavy caloric load similarly to standard table sugar. Furthermore, because honey is harvested directly from nature, it frequently carries microscopic grains of plant pollen. For highly sensitive individuals, ingesting raw honey can trigger unexpected seasonal allergy flare-ups, oral allergy syndrome, or in rare and severe cases, anaphylactic shock. There is also a dark side to nature, and not all honey is meant for casual healing, as seen in the fascinating and terrifying phenomenon of mad honey. In certain regions of the world, particularly the high cliffs of Nepal and the Black Sea region of Turkey, bees harvest nectar from specific species of rhododendron flowers. These flowers contain grayanotoxins, a group of powerful neurotoxins that find their way directly into the honey. When humans consume this raw, crimson-tinted mad honey, it does not heal, but instead induces intense hallucinations, dizziness, and a dramatic drop in blood pressure. Throughout history, this toxic substance was weaponized, most famously in 67 before Christ, when King Mithridates of Pontus defeated the invading Roman army of Pompey the Great by deliberately leaving jars of mad honey along their march. The unsuspecting Roman soldiers feasted on the sweet treat, became completely incapacitated and delirious, and were easily overwhelmed by the local forces, making mad honey humanity's oldest recorded biological weapon. To harness the positive benefits while avoiding the negative side effects, you must follow strict guidelines, as honey's delicate medicinal enzymes are easily destroyed by careless use. The most critical rule is to never expose honey to high temperatures, because heating honey above 40 degrees Celsius pasteurizes it, killing the live enzymes, neutralizing the antioxidants, and turning it into nothing more than simple sugar syrup. If you enjoy honey in your tea or coffee, you should always wait for the beverage to cool down to a drinkable, warm temperature before stirring it in. When buying honey for health benefits, always choose raw, unfiltered, and unpasteurized honey, ideally from a local, trusted beekeeper, because most honey sold in standard supermarkets has been ultra-filtered and heavily heated to prevent crystallization, a process that strips away the beneficial pollen and propolis. For daily wellness, a standard dose is 1 to 2 teaspoons taken directly from the spoon or dissolved in lukewarm water with a squeeze of fresh lemon. Despite these benefits, there is one vital safety warning to remember, as you must never give honey to infants under 12 months old. Raw honey can contain traces of Clostridium botulinum spores, and while a mature digestive system easily destroys these spores, an infant's undeveloped gut can allow them to grow, leading to a rare but severe illness called infant botulism. Thank you for exploring the incredible, complex, and sometimes chaotic science of the hive with me today. If learning about the biological warfare of mad honey and the cosmic engineering of the humble honeybee gave you a new appreciation for nature, please hit the like button, as it truly helps our community of science and nature enthusiasts grow and ensures that these timeless stories continue to be told with the depth they deserve. Do you believe that raw honey is the ultimate natural remedy, or do you prefer modern pharmaceutical alternatives for your daily wellness routine? Let me know in the comments below, as I am very interested to hear your interpretation and personal experiences with this liquid gold. If you want to keep unlocking the secrets of our world and the science that shapes human history, make sure to subscribe and click the notification bell. Until next time, stay vigilant, stay curious, and always look for the truth hidden in the shadows.